ask for eyes that see, ears that hear, and a heart full of understanding. I thank you for the messages that come through and ask you to deliver them to those that need them. Thank you. All right, guys, messages from Spirit today. And I have decided to actually introduce another way of picking your pile, your cards, and it's by your zodiac sign. So I have these little charms in here, and it's just each zodiac is covered. So we'll pick those out and just randomly put them to a pile, and that way you can use that if you want to. Before I do that, pile 1 has this card. It says rest deeply. The number is 44, and you have this gorgeous silk agate, red silk. See those lines going through it? Pile 2, you have number 39, create silence. And you have this gorgeous carnelian heart. She's more orangey on the other side, darker red on this side. And pile 3, you have number 9, use your power. This tiger and the fire quartz. Okay, let's go ahead and pick out the zodiacs. We need 4 for each. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so pile 1, you got Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Aries. For pile 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pile 2, we have Leo. That would have been funny if it was over here because of Leo, the lion. Well, you have a tiger. Anyway. Gemini, Pisces, and Sagittarius. So the ones that are left, Scorpio, Virgo, Cancer, and Libra. There you go. So if you want to pick from a card, a stone, or your sign, go for it. If you need to pause, go for it. And timestamps are down in the description. All right, see you guys there. Okay, pile 1 with your Rest Deeply card, number 44. Your silk agate. And if you chose with your zodiacs, we have Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Aries. And let's see what Spirit wants to say to you today. Oh, that's right. You got extra one of those. Talkative. Okay. Empowerment with expansion, together, prosper, divine are the key words, and that's number 18. That needs to be last. Okay. We have number 32 with touch the sky. We have otherworldly. That's interesting. Playfulness, reflection, holding back. This is really interesting. Metabolic with self-worth, and suffering in silence. Wow, super interesting, you guys. It's kind of all over the place, isn't it? Okay. All right. So, suffering in silence does say unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams. I don't get an immediate deep suffering with this card. It feels more like you're just not always sharing. You're more reserved, more quiet. It doesn't feel like you're pulling your hair out suffering. It feels like the key word here is silence more than anything else. I get that. I think that's connecting with this holding back. Okay. Okay. So something I'm picking up on now is this two directions. It's going in two directions again. So, okay. Bring it into one. So this metabolic card is about self-worth. It has a triggering statement and a true statement. The triggering statement is, I am disgusting. The true statement is, I am a miracle. It says, please be gentle and love yourself. Provide your body mind with what it truly needs to carry you on your journey. And this, in combination with the Rest Deeply card, I'm feeling you might be a sensitive person, like highly sensitive is the term they're using these days. It might be that you are disabled like me and you need extra rest more than most people do. It might be that you just, your body does not cope with stress as well as others. But there is something that is saying it's empowering for you to rest, for you to actually give your body, your mind, your soul the rest that it truly needs. And to let people know, hey, I'm sorry. Look, this is just the way it is. Okay. I need rest. This is what I need. It doesn't make you selfish. It's it actually is it's giving love to yourself. Um, there is also a connection to with these cards right here, the playfulness, the otherworldly, touch the sky, and reflection. I'm getting like you really enjoy being in the spiritual realm. You really enjoy the all the different spiritual aspects. Maybe you do astral travel, I don't know, but it's fun, right? You like you could even be, if you want to put it that way, you could even be just a daydreamer. Maybe you're a daydreamer and you really enjoy doing that. Um this is where it was dividing. So two things. One, it could be that that's what's empowering for you, or it could be that that can even make you tired, like make you need rest. So finding balance is key. Reflect on what it is your body needs. If you give yourself what you need, you can more fully participate in life. Yep. Okay. Spirit, what else would you like to say? Um, Something about I'm receiving. So this card was really standing out, and it's The sky is below her. She's up here above it. And that to me does speak of divinity. The word that actually came to mind was angelic. So because I want to be as inclusive as I can be with different people's beliefs, um, some people do believe that are our souls could be angelic. We could be angels in a human experience, right? Other people believe that our souls are purely human, but we do have angels that guide us. So I wanted to touch on that. There's something that's being said about the angelic. Okay. Okay, so what I'm receiving is that there is some spiritual purpose. I'm sorry. I laugh when I say things and they sound so vague to me because I don't want to be vague for you guys, but it's kind of impossible with these readings. Um, but there is a spiritual purpose for your life. I don't know if it's a purpose where you branch out and affect a bunch of people, or if it's more of it gives you reason, right? Reason to live more fully, more beautifully, all of that. But they are touching on, spirit is touching on your spiritual life. I do believe it is empowering for you. I think that's why it's so jumbled. That's why it's jumbled because it is such a mix, right? It is so hard sometimes to know how much rest do I need? Haven't I rested because I sat and watched TV? Like, it's what is true rest, guys? Resting deeply means you're not thinking in your brain of all the things you need to get done, right? Like, truly resting, giving yourself space and time and set it aside. Like, this is a good practice. Set it aside and say, okay, for these next 4 hours, I'm not going to worry about a damn thing. I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm not going to think on the things that need to get done. I'm giving myself a break. So they're saying you need to find some kind of way of balancing this and giving yourself true rest that will enable you, that will support you to further your spiritual growth, to further this dream you have, this purpose you have. I do feel like this card is saying you're not supposed to be suffering in silence. There is something you're supposed to be speaking out about. It may not be an immediate thing you need to talk about. It may not be like, you have to talk now. But there's something that at some point you're going to need to talk about. It could be that you're hiding your spiritual life. It could be that you're hiding the amount of rest you actually need because you're trying to be strong. Um, but you need to not hold back. You need to let people know what's going on with you, regardless of what they're going to think. That sucks. It's so hard. It's so hard to not care what other people think, especially those that are really close to us. Um, People have their own understandings and we can't control that. Cannot control that. I am noticing now birds. You've got birds up here, you've got a bird here, you've got birds here. and on her shoulder. Which, again, wings, a traditional representation of wings, which is like the whole angel thing, is we are human, we cannot fly, therefore things with wings are higher, they're closer to heaven, right? So it's this divinity thing, which, oh my God. Sorry, weird break. Have you guys ever eaten divinity? Holy moly, it's so good. It might be too sweet for some people. I love it. If you've never tried it, look it up and maybe make it, have fun making it, or go to a candy store and find some. Anyway, so also freedom, to me, it speaks of freedom, this being able to fly away whenever you want, and you're not stuck to something. So there's freedom in it. And I do believe that that actually has to do with a lot of your maybe astral travel or daydreaming or your spiritual life. It's very freeing for you. And I do feel like the rest of your life is not that, and that's probably why you're suffering in silence. It's because you don't feel you're able to have this kind of freedom with the people that are around you. Sorry. I don't know if you noticed, a fly just buzzed by and startled me. Um anyway, talking about flying. Yeah. Yep. So at some point it's an encouragement. It's not a in my opinion, this is just me, most of the time spirit is not forceful. It's gentle. It's encouraging. It's supportive. It does its best to bring peace to a situation, but that's not always there, right? That's okay. Um, so this encouraging you to speak up, to let yourself live freely, to let yourself out. Um, Even though it could be hard, even though you might have people around you that won't respond the way you want them to, it's very freeing. It's taking responsibility for yourself and saying, "Look, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. Like this is me. I'm giving you me." And I think that people actually tend to respect that, even if they don't understand. But I can't promise anything. Again, though, it's just an encouragement. They're not like being forceful. They're not saying, "Arr!" They're just encouraging you. It's part of your human growth. I cannot for the life of me remember the symbol. Um, the alchemical symbol for, is it air, earth? It's not earth. Is it water? It might be water. Let me look this up really quick. Yeah, okay. It's water. It is water. So, which, makes a lot of sense also because of the blue and everything. But that to me speaks of emotions. Um, as well, you do have a lot of blues in these other cards here. It could be, we're going to go a little psychological, guys. It could be that because you don't feel free in your normal daily life, you are bringing those emotions into the spiritual. And okay, they're not giving anything specific other than pointing to this reflection card. Just reflect on what you're doing. Be mindful of what you're doing. That's it. It's not a don't do this. It's not a yes, do this. It's just pay attention. Like, understand yourself. Understand why you do what you do. Taking a sip of coffee. I was brought to the lion head here, and then the little cat. My brain just completely lost that one. The orange cat here. And I did have a little moment of, oh, you guys have that orange cat behavior, huh? So maybe that is like you. That, you know, people make jokes about orange cats. I myself am a ginger, and I do have an orange cat. And we get pretty goofy together. I think that's just, it's a fun side of you. But calling, it's again calling, like this is facing this way, and this cat is resting comfortably. Yeah, I'm now receiving there is, what's that old Beatles song, is it? It's a Beatles song, but there's a time for everything. So it's just about finding the balance for you guys. Opening up, letting people see who you really are. That's a lot about self-worth right there. Um, you know, I never realized it. I actually recently have been going through this myself that I always thought I had plenty of self-worth. Truly, I did. But then I realized after finally coming forward with my truth and being more vocal, it was empowering. It was like I felt like I could hold myself higher. Um, I didn't realize that it was coming across as a lack of self-worth because I felt fine on the inside. You know, I was like, oh, yeah, I love myself. Yeah, I'm. What's the problem here? I'm just being quiet. I'm just not sharing everything. Um, but there's just this empowerment. It's truly powerful to be able to stand strong like a king or a queen and just be like, this is me. Take it or leave it. This is me. Is there anything else, Spirit? Anything else that you would like to give to pile one? Oh, okay. One more thing. Be careful what you close the door on. I'm seeing this as like suddenly this is like this person closing the door and leaning against it and like holding people back. Um and again, it's not an urgent warning. It's not dire. It's just pay attention. Pay attention to what you're doing. Um who are you closing the door on? What are you closing the door on? Is it okay to leave it open just a crack? You know? Uh, or even maybe that could be towards your like revealing who you truly are, right? Like you're being yourself more is open the door just a crack first and see how it feels. And then a little bit further and then take an actual step out. Really, I mean, overall, this is all about finding balance, finding your places of rest, and also being true to yourself and showing that to other people. Yep. Okay, guys, that's it. I truly hope this was a blessing for you. Really, really. I hope that regularly you feel seen, loved, heard, understood, cherished. My heart is with you. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, pile 2 with the Carnelian heart. Your 39 create silence card. And we had, if you chose, was Zodiac, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Leo. All right, let's see. Number 24, Celestial. Interesting. Possibility, connect, infinite, and soul path are those words. I want these next. We have momentum. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. Confusion. Interesting. Exile. Foresight. Under my umbrella. Oh, sunny day. And there's an umbrella. All right. Time with revive and waves. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and start with time. It is the plant time, not how would the measurement of time. So it says revive, and there's a trigger statement and a true statement. And the trigger statement is, I cannot stand myself. The true statement is, I am aligned. It says, go within and allow everything that is not resonant to be purged so you can come from your heart, your seat of power. Yeah, this pile has a real, like my heart is hurting. I feel like you guys came to this one looking for some real answers. You're really trying to figure things out, and there is something that is very confusing, obviously, confusion. It's different for everybody, of course, so I can't give currently speaking, this might change up as we go on, but right now I feel like there's this divide. Like, this is what you were expecting, and this is what's happening now. And so it's confusing. You were wanting, you like, this is something divine, something meant, right? And it had this momentum, and it was like, yes, this is my path. And then something happened that made you go, what? What? You thought you were going to be protected. You thought you were going to be enjoying this time. And these cards are very, like, you feel outcast a bit, wishing you had seen, could tell, right? Wishing you understood. And it's probably taking a hit to your confidence because it does, like, because of the time card, like it says, I cannot stand myself. So you might be really hitting your head, against a wall. And this card, even though it says waves and it looks like it's fun, it says emotions, worry, and fear. So it's actually a little bit more on the negative side of the spectrum, as well as I see a lot of darkness, and there's like the sky, the night sky, the night sky. These cards are very dark. This is dark with the confusion. It's like you were in the dark. It's like you're unaware of something. Okay, so now that we understand where you're at, let's try and get some answers. Let's see what spirit wants to reveal to you. Okay, I'm asking for a new perspective, please, on these cards so that we can take this to a deeper level. Okay, suddenly I saw this as a heart. It was like a pumping heart, like your actual heart was gaining momentum. I think that this was a love connection, maybe. If not like a romantic love connection, like some kind of deep, like you were really feeling the friendship, or you were really, like you were really into it. Where do we go from here, Spirit? Hmm. Okay, I'm feeling Spirit calling you to, they're saying, come into my umbrella, come under my wings with me. I've got you. Let's get through this together. Call out to me more often. Give me all of your pain. Give me everything you're feeling. Give me the anger. Give me the moments of confusion. It's like a purging. It's like this everything, all the everything you're feeling up inside, all those turmoil and confusion and everything is, Spirit is like, bring it. Bring it. I will take it from you. Each time it happens, each time it comes up, bring it, and I will receive this with you. I will be in it with you, and I will take it from you, and it will help to lessen the load on you. I mean, honestly, like spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, it will help lessen the load in all these different ways. And now I'm hearing to ride the waves of it. um I really believe that this is actually, you can use this situation to help you deal with your emotions better. That's a key thing here. We can't always change what's going on, right? Like we can't change other people, we can only change ourselves. So you can use this to help yourself grow, to learn, if you have not yet, how to better ride the emotions, to let them be, but to not react out in them, to like, to feel them, but not to spew them at other people. I'm not saying you're doing that, I'm just giving examples. So being able to feel the emotion fully, right? Have it, and then offer it back up to Spirit, and to be able to let go. Emotions are something we have to learn how to deal with. And because they can be really intense, they can be super intense and valid. It's all valid. Like you're allowed to feel the way you're allowed to feel. Like you're the way you feel. It's not, if you're someone like me who's like, oh, I understand where they're coming from, I get it, and you try not to feel your own feelings, it's not healthy, honestly. It's not. I've had to learn, and I'm still learning. But, which is why I can offer this advice. Still working on it myself. Um, but yeah, it is, it's this call. It's a call from Spirit to ride the emotion, to not bring it, honestly. And I don't normally encourage this, but I do feel this with this pile. um you, you don't need to bring up the turmoil and like toss it on other people. Spirit's trying to teach you how to be able to self-soothe, and this is one of those ways. So I'm not saying this is how it has to be forever, guys, at all. I really believe that humans need community. We need each other. So yes, at some point you're going to come back to being able to help give your emotions to other people and all that. But right now, Spirit is saying, you got to learn this with me. So ride the emotion, give the emotion up to Spirit, let Spirit calm you. Another thing that's coming up now is oftentimes we can be really frustrated when we don't understand something because we want to understand. This is like human nature, truly. This is why we label everything, because we want an understanding. We want to know what we're talking about. We want to know what we're looking at. We fear the unknown. So what is happening right now, Spirit is saying, can you let go of that control of knowing, of understanding what's going on? Can you let go? It's not easy, but it is freeing to be able to say, I don't have to understand everything. I don't have to know. Look, it's a situation I may not ever get to understand fully, and to be able to let go of that. Because if you keep holding on to, I need to understand this, I need to have, that's needing control, right? That's needing, I get it, I really get it, but it's not going to benefit you because you're going to keep coming back to that space and you may not ever get an answer. So being able to let go of it and live more freely and move on is wonderful. Wonderful thing. I am feeling a lot of self-care now with this card in particular. For some reason, I saw her as like being wrapped up in blankets, like just oh look, I just noticed that the umbrella is like the top of the mushroom. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, some self-care. I'm getting images now of like having some chocolate, like having a good get your feet in one of those little spa machine thingies, or like do your own like lotion or something on them, and then like sit back, watch a movie, have some popcorn or chocolate or glass of wine, whatever. Like really feed into your own soul. Really let this be, as difficult as it is, let this be a time where you are learning how to focus on yourself and give yourself love. Don't, this trigger statement, I cannot stand myself. No, no, no. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself love. Life is literally about growth. Literally. That's what life is. Life is growth. So you're going to be growing. Whoops. As I shove everything all over. You're going to be growing. So don't take it as a, oh, I'm terrible because I have to learn how to grow. Oh, gosh, guys. Gosh, guys. So here's another little tidbit for you. I kept picking partners that were, I thought, really easy to be with. And then it turned out it wasn't, because from my perspective, I was just fine and they needed all the work. And I'll admit, I mean, we all do. We all have things that we need to work on. But my perspective was that, like, oh, well, they're not good at communication, or oh, they don't try very hard, or oh, whatever. So anyway, I finally got all these relationships, hopped into this relationship with Lucian, which I talk about. He's my occasional editor and wonderful, loving partner. And for the first time in many, many years, I am being shown how I need to change. And it's just because of who we are. It's just because of our back and forth and the way things are. It's not like he's pointing at me saying, hey, change. It's not that at all. But I am learning that there are things in me that are not great, that need growth, that need change. And so it's hard. It's hard to be like, oh, I'm not perfect. What? But that's every single person, and we have to remember that. We have to remember we are constantly growing and changing, and so are other people. Give ourselves grace, give others grace. Yep. Okay, is there anything else, Spirit? Anything specific that you want to get out there? Grounding. I'm getting roots now and grounding. And yeah, now I'm suddenly seeing this as a root, these roots here. Just bringing in and grounding yourself. Whatever method you have for that, try some different ones. She's like in these plants, like laying down in the plants or something. Try different ones. See what works for you. What's helpful. So just to throw a couple out there, just in case, some ones that I've heard of are like put your feet on the floor, like your bare feet on the floor. You could go get in the grass. You can do it on just in your home if that's where you're at. That's okay. And really just feel from your feet. What are you feeling? Another one would be counting things that you see. It takes you out of a space and brings you a little more to an awareness, right? Um, like, okay, I see an elephant over there, I see a blanket over there, that kind of thing. Another one is relaxing your body and being mindful of where your muscles are at all over your body. So I tend to hold my face in a really weird way. Um, the muscles just kind of, especially around the jaw, they just constrict, and I have to constantly throughout the day go, loosen up, relax, everything relax. So that's something you can do with your entire body, go from head to toe or toe to head, either way. But that can be really grounding. If you have grounding methods that you really like, would love to hear about it. I'm super key on sharing as a community, guys. Just for none of us to judge each other on it, just for us to be able to have other examples of things maybe we didn't think about. So if you've got a way that really works for you and you love, or someone that does, that works for them, some way for them, like go ahead and tell us about it. It's always interesting to find out. I am now currently getting something about your nighttime routine, because I saw the night and I heard routine. So there's something key about your nighttime routine. Maybe this is when you need to do some meditation. This is when you need to practice giving spirit your emotions, your everything. Perhaps you need to go back through your day and look at how did I handle everything? What did I drink enough water? Whatever it is. Anything else? Oh, how interesting. The entire time I've been seeing this card, I thought there was another person with her right here. Which tells me again that this is actually really about like someone that you truly, truly cared about, or you thought was at least it was going somewhere, and now you're alone. And that's difficult. Just keep reminding yourself that life is growth. Life is growth. And you will get through it. And you will learn self-soothing. Spirit is with you. Your guides are with you. You're not alone. Even though it feels like you are. Yeah, I'm going to close it out there, guys. I truly hope that this has been a blessing for you. I hope that you feel seen and heard and loved. And I hope that you continue to come back and gain from the readings. All right, so much love, you guys. See you next time. All right, pile 3 with the fire quartz. And your number 9, use your power card. Put that there. And if you chose with your zodiac, we have Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, and Libra. Let's see what Spirit wants to say to you. We have Expansion, number 25, with Ritual, Dance, Feast, and Fire. Well, you got a lot of fire, you guys. We're not going to do that one yet. Let's do this one. We have Siberian Fur with Acceptance. Creativity. Shadow. Ooh, okay. All right. Let's do this. Just make sure we have enough space. Number 38 with Lullaby. Number 19 with Journey. The Sun. And Lust. Okay. Greed by any means necessary, inconsiderate. Wow. Wow. All right. That is not, do not take this critically, guys. This is just, different things can come up from it. It's for me to be able to be an oracle and hear and have things pop up, right? So don't take it critically. I do find it interesting that these are right next to each other with the sun, like forming this heart and the strawberry heart shape. Okay, so the first thing that I did pick up on was this creativity and shadow being right next to each other. And how they're also, so this is the Soul Trees deck. It doesn't tell you on the back. Oftentimes they have their trees. And so it's really interesting to me that these two popped out that aren't. Now they might represent like the inside of a tree, but like you've got the swirly motion thing going on both of them. And it's almost like paint. And I do feel like the creativity, it's saying come from your shadow life. Come from the darkness that you've got going on. Be creative with it. I don't know, like we'll just use painting because that's what popped up, but paint from your pain. It's a wonderful way for you to let things out, right? It's a great way to use your power. Okay, so Siberian Fur with Acceptance. There's a trigger statement and a true statement. The trigger statement is we must remember. The true statement is I am free of the habits that do not serve me. And it says lay down the armor passed down to you from your family. Release habits that are not serving you and forgive on behalf of generations past. Oof. Oof. Oh, okay. That says a lot. Speaks a lot about obligation is a key word. Obligation. A lot of us feel obligated to be a certain way with our family. Every Sunday we all, I'm just, this is an example, guys. Every Sunday we all get together for dinner and everybody has to bring something, and you know, you might not feel safe with your family, and yet you still feel obligated to go and do this traditional thing that you guys have always done. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. You could even go spiritually, and I'm not saying this is wrong. Please know that. I'm not saying that any religion is wrong. That's for you all to figure out for yourself on what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life, right? No judgment. But a lot of people are handed down religion through family, and you learn to believe because of what you've been taught, right? So rather than actually looking into it yourself and seeing if it's what your soul truly connects with, you're just doing it because of family. So yeah, pay attention to what maybe isn't really not serving you, that you received from family ways, that if it feels like you are being crushed, then it's probably not great for you, right? I mean, we can all learn and we can appreciate the hard times because we learn and we grow, but this is one way of knowing whether something is for your soul, something is for your heart or not. To me, these two cards are extremely powerful. The Sun card and Use Your Power. And I feel like they go together. Your brightness, your own fire quartz, right? Your the power within you of who you really are, expanding out. Not hiding the light, right? But like letting it all come out. Okay, so that's what this card is going to do. I was just getting clarity on the lust card. So, um, the song that popped up, and I can't remember who does it, but they're singing like "Got a Lust for Life." That's what this is about. And I actually do feel like it's about regaining your lust for life. I don't feel this pile does not feel like you are currently in it. Sorry, I'm adjusting, guys. I'm getting comfy. It doesn't feel like you're currently in that place of like having your power and grabbing what you want and this using your powerful self, your healed self, or even using this as a form of healing to just conquer and put forth and expand and get the emotions out and like just all of it, right? So it's like these are very powerful cards. You're powerful. You're powerful, but and I feel like you kind of know that you are, but you're not in it. You're not currently in it. There is a okay, to better phrase this. When you truly live your life according to what is true to your heart, your soul, regardless of what anyone else thinks, that's your power. That's living in it. I don't understand these two cards. I'm not getting anything yet. There's like, what? Okay, I don't know. Guys, this is weird, but I'm just going to do it. I heard to flip them over. So I'm flipping them over. I don't know why. There, flipping them over. Maybe I'll have a new perspective when we flip them back over. I don't know. We'll see. There's some kind of jumping. There's something about jumping over, like a leap. I think you need to take a leap with this, and it will bring you to this, back into this lust for life, back into enjoying life, participating in life, loving it, right? Doesn't mean you love every single moment. Of course not. We're going to have all the different moments, but appreciating life and more mindfully being in it, participating in your own life. There's a jump. So I guess that this, sorry, I'm getting, whenever I go quiet, guys, it's usually because I'm talking to spirit and I don't say every single thing out loud. So gaining clarity. Okay. Something about your creating from shadow, from the pain, is topsy-turvy, is going to flip people on their heads. And this is a good thing. This is good. It's a hard position to be in, especially when you care about how people think about you or are going to see things. But if you can get to that place where you're really living in your power and you don't care what other people think, you realize everything that they are going through is from their own perspective and their own lenses and is not your truth, but theirs, right? It's gonna flip. It's gonna flip lids, man. You're gonna cause some growth in some other people. And as difficult as that can be, it's also awesome. It's awesome. Gosh, I'm so curious about this. How are you going to be creative with your shadow side? What is that? What does that bring up for you guys? I would if you're okay sharing, I would love to hear about that. What does that bring up for you? Like, I'll give an example for myself. I used to do photography. It was one of my creative outlets. It's not something I've like shared with a bunch of people. I didn't put it out there, but I did my own stuff. And going through part of my healing journey, I would take things that were a bit upsetting to see and place them together, like the juxtaposition of something, right? Like, this is, it's revealing so much to you guys right now, but I'm going to be vulnerable and do it. So I took a pair of underwear and I took a knife and I put them together and I did a black and white picture of it. And it's harsh, right? It's harsh, but it was healing for me. It was healing to be creative through the pain of things. There. So I gave you it without actually saying the actual words. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on YouTube, guys. I don't know. Anyway, so, and also, if you're triggered by something like that, first of all, my heart is with you. But secondly, I truly believe, because I've gone through it myself, I truly believe we should be triggered. We should be triggered because that means we get to heal. There, there's a garbage truck going by right now, guys. It's a little bit loud, so sorry about that. I don't think you can hear it, but I can. Anyway, triggering. If you're getting triggered, it means your being, your soul is trying to heal from something. It means it's time to heal. Oh, that hurts my heart. Wow. Yeah, I feel that. So accept the trigger. Don't run away from it. Accept it. Bring it on. Face that trigger. Conquer it. That's how you heal. That's how you actually heal. If you keep saying, no, I don't want to remember these things, or, well, that ties in a bunch, right? We must remember. If you're running away, and I'm sorry, I am using those terms, and it's okay. I'm not judging you guys because I've been through it myself, not judging you. But if you are in this place where you're running away from it and you're like, oh, that's a trigger. I don't want to be triggered. Don't want to be triggered. You're never going to heal, ever. You're going to continue to be triggered because you're not facing it. The more you face it, the less often you'll be triggered. And then one day you'll realize 5 years has gone by and you haven't been triggered. So that's my encouragement to you. It's powerful. It's so, like, I'm getting chills. It's so powerful to be able to face this crap. The things that happened, the things that are not okay, the things that hurt, turning it into something beautiful, shocking maybe, you know, whatever, however it works for you, however you use your creativity, you're going to find your power. Do we have any closing words, Spirit? Do we have anything that's, anything else? They are just reminding you you're not alone. I saw this, you know, this companion fox with her. Yeah, you're not alone in this. Obviously, spiritually, you're not alone, but they are encouraging. They say, you know, you can even like find groups of people to talk with, or you can go online, support, you know, forums, whatever. You could find some kind of group in your own town, whatever. There are ways. I'm so excited for you. I know that this is not the easiest, but it's exciting. It's exciting because once you get through it and you're on the other side, you're like, yes, look at that. Look at that. Look what I went through. Look what I did. Look at me now. Okay. That's it. We're closing out, guys. I truly hope this was a blessing for you. It's a blessing for me. I'll tell you that much. Really enjoy reading for you guys. So hope that you regularly feel seen, loved, heard, understood, cherished, all those good things. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.